My name is Hans Kruger. This is the case study for Module 14. What we know from the case study is it occurred at Slattery Steno High School, which is in an affluent area of a large city. There's been a principal there for 9 years, Dr. Harvey Smith. Robin Tate was hired, and she's in her second year of teaching. This is her first teaching job. She has a good educational background, includes an undergraduate degree, a master's degree, and 1 year of postgraduate work. She was hired to teach specialized classes such as zoology, botany, and genetics. The students have been known to be stressed out in her class because of the content area and because of Robin Tate's instructional delivery methods. What we do know is Dr. Smith has received numerous calls from parents about Robin Tate and her class. Some of the students getting low grades, some of it they're only low grade. Some of these students are shooting to be valedictorians, etc. So it is of concern to the parents. The expectations, according to some of the parents, are too high in that class. Dr. Smith has discussed classroom techniques with Robin Tate, one to help reduce student stress levels and one to increase positive interactions with students. Although they have been discussed, they have not been implemented successfully into the classroom as of today. The incident that occurred, Robin Tate received an email from an unidentified sender to view a specific website. Robin logged in. There was some highly suggestive comments about her classroom, her personal behavior, and the Facebook page ended with, "Who wants Miss Tate to disappear?" Miss Tate did take it as a threat. Telephoned Dr. Smith immediately. Dr. Smith saw it more as a prank, not a threat, but was going to follow up in the morning. Made some hard copies of the email and the website, and might have to talk to the district tech department, depending on some other things. What do we need to know? It would be nice to know who emailed Robin Tate. Maybe they have some more information on the situation. Who created the Facebook page, obviously. Was it a student? Was it a parent? Was it someone else? Is it a serious threat? When did this incident occur? When was the Facebook page made? Does the school have a resource police officer? If Robin Tate does take it as a very serious threat, it's something that can be reported and worked out with a resource police officer. Details of the interventions with Robin Tate and Dr. Smith. What were the interventions for her classroom? Why did they come about? Why are they not working out successfully? Is Robin Tate unwilling to implement some of these suggestions, or is she just incapable? So I think the why needs to be understood, so a professional development plan can be implemented correctly. Are the parents' and students' complaints valid? Are students prepared for this level of academics? Identifying the problem. Someone used social media to post suggestive and threatening comments about the school staff member, and the teacher feels threatened by the post. With the classroom, Robin Tate has not successfully implemented the techniques that Dr. Smith brought about. Like I said before, is she choosing not to, or is she incapable of? That needs to be answered so we can move forward with professional development. Students seem stressed due to Robin Tate's classes. Are the students capable of this level of class? Do the students have the skill set for these classes? Are the complaints valid that the parents are hearing? Are there things that we can do to help these problems? Plan of action. I think first and foremost with the email and the Facebook page is talking to the tech department, finding out if there's any way to figure out who created this Facebook page, who sent the email, and backtracking from there. If I think your response really depends on the professionals in that area. What does the tech team suggest? Do we respond to that original email and try to gather more information from that sender? I think it's very important that we follow up with Robin Tate the next morning, inform her of whatever the plan of action is going to be, ensure her that she has administrative support. I think that the whole plan is going to be determined by the tech response. If the tech department does not have many steps to take, then I think it's important to start questioning some of the students and having discussions with some of them. In the classroom, plan of action. Why has she not implemented these classroom strategies? That professional intervention needs to be catered to the areas of need for Robin Tate. We need to make sure that she can build better relationships with the students, and she can create an environment that is empowering to these students and not stressful. But also as an administrator, it's important that we monitor Robin Tate's classroom, making sure that she's successfully implementing some of these strategies, and if not, we need to continue to intervene. But I think it's also important that we examine admission policies for these specific science courses. Does zoology or genetics we need to make sure that there's some prerequisites for these courses so that the students are well prepared to take these courses. Classroom interventions. I think professional development plan needs to be created, addressing some of these strategies, addressing the ability to make connections and build relationships is important. I think one way to help this is to assign a mentor that is strong in these areas for Robin Tate, so she can learn from this mentor. Since she is a new teacher, I think it's important for her to have a mentor. Professional development as needed, either inside the district or outside the district in these areas of need. And it's once again important that we are constantly monitoring the progress and working not only with Robin Tate, but the mentor as well. Resolutions with the students and parents. Administration must assure students are prepared for these specialized courses, set the prerequisite expectations for students. Students that are highly stressed, or even being proactive and helping students avoid stress, working with teachers to develop strategies for success, studying, prioritizing, note-taking, and work with the counseling department, learn coping strategies for stressful events and how to handle everything that's coming at them. I think it's important for the administration to work with the parents and making sure that they're addressing individual complaints of the parents, assuring parents that action is going to be taken, but it's also important that we do so supporting the teaching staff. Reflecting on what I was thinking, feeling, and valuing during this process, that there's a successful way to come to a conclusion, but it's important that we keep in mind the students, parents, and teachers throughout the process and while making any decisions as well. What are you feeling? What am I feeling? Social media can be a blessing, but unfortunately also a weapon, and the school has to have policies on good conduct, not only inside the walls of the building, but also in the community, valuing the seriousness of the threats. If it's a prank or not, the teaching staff takes it as a threat. So from the administrative standpoint, it needs to be taken very seriously, and it can have a big impact on people. Unresolved issues, how is Robin Tate going to overcome and cope with this? Knowing that people or one person have these comments out there about her, is she going to be able to overcome it? Is she going to respond to the classroom interventions and start implementing some of these strategies? After discussing individually with the parents, Are they going to be understanding? Are they going to be supportive? The school culture, is there a problem with the school culture? Is this the only incident that's occurred online that we've heard about? Can we create a positive school culture with parental and student support? That's important to make sure that we move that direction. As an educational leader, how have we applied knowledge that promotes the success of every student by acting with integrity? I think it's important that we're very upfront, open, and honest with the parents, teachers, and students in everything that we do. And that integrity there can help build relationships and make the process much easier. Making sure that we launch a positive investigation that is filled with integrity, and to make sure we're moving in the right direction and not jumping to conclusions. Making sure that we're using due process during this whole thing. How do we do it with fairness? I think all the decisions and actions that we make have the student, staff, and parents' well-being in mind. We're addressing each complaint individually, and we're discovering solutions, keeping everybody in mind and not singling anyone out. How is it done with an ethical manner? We're not placing blame. Once again, we're using due process in the situation. We're actively supporting the teacher through the entire process, making sure that she stays positive and making sure that it doesn't carry over into the classroom as well. And once again, not jumping to conclusions. I think that is very important. So that is the case study at Slattery-Steno High.